This series of videos tracks a circle alignment that originates and ends at Amsterdam Island, one of the French Subantarctic Islands in the South Indian Ocean. In the first part of this series, I tracked the alignment from Amsterdam Island through the island nations of Mauritius and the Seychelles, ending up in Somalia. This part starts in the Gulf of Aden. My name is Michelle Gibson. The Gulf of Aden, also known as the Gulf of Berbera, also the name of a port city in Somalia and where my last video ended, is bounded on the north by Yemen. In the east is the Arabian Sea and the Gulf Channel, and in the south is Somalia. On one side, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, located between southwestern Yemen and northeastern Djibouti, connects the Gulf of Aden to the Red Sea. This strait is of great strategic and economic importance. For one thing, millions of barrels of crude oil are shipped through it every day. The country of Djibouti is located near a tectonic triple junction of three tectonic plates. There are also two rift zones in Djibouti. Volcanism is a recurring feature along planetary alignments. Lake Abe is a salt lake on Djibouti's border with Ethiopia. It is located at the confluence where the three tectonic plates are pulling apart. I have found many salt lakes on planetary alignments. See my video, Salt Lakes on the Grid. On the other side of the Gulf of Aden is the Gulf Channel. It is between the Socotra Archipelago and Cape Guardafi, the tip of the Horn of Africa, which is another name for the region. The Socotra Archipelago is officially part of Yemen, with Socotra being the largest island. Have you ever heard of it before? I first learned about Socotra several years ago when I watched a travel video about it that popped up as a YouTube recommendation for me. I looked more into it at the time. Otherwise, I would never have heard of it. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Center and is considered of universal importance because of its rich and distinct flora and fauna, most of which are found nowhere else. It has also been called the most alien place on Earth. These are the unique dragon's blood trees of Socotra. There are more anomalous things about the Gulf of Aden, but I will just leave this picture here for you if you wish to research its validity for yourself. Just saying this is out there. Personally, it would not surprise me if this is the truth. There is so much we haven't been told about the world we live in, and that is actively kept from our awareness. Next, we come to Makula, Yemen, a port city on the Gulf of Aden. Mukalla is the capital of Yemen's Hadramaut Governorate. It is close to an ancient location called Hadrami that served as the principal trading post between Africa and India. Hadrami is also the name of the people that live in the Hadramaut Governorate and are also in diaspora, living in scattered places around the world. The Hadrami have in their culture a tradition of seafaring and trading. At one time, their presence and influence throughout the Horn of Africa region was significant. Here is a historic photo of some Hadrami men. This is a view of Mukalla from the water. Take particular note of the big block-shaped rocks in the foreground. Compared with the big block-shaped rocks seen at Lake Chapala near Colima, Mexico. This is a photograph of the massive canyon at Wadi Lesar in the Hadramaut province of Yemen. And this is Courthouse Butte in Sedona, Arizona. The best our historical narrative can come up with is that these are natural features. I definitely do not buy that explanation. I think butte and canyon are cover-up code words for very ancient infrastructure. Lastly, before moving on, I will share this photo I found of what is called one of the oldest houses in Mukalla. Interesting place to build a house. Next, the alignment crosses the Rub al Khali, otherwise known as the Empty Quarter. It is the largest contiguous desert in the world. It encompasses most of the southern third of the Arabian Peninsula. A recent Saudi Arabian Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Ali al-Naimi, reported that the dunes don't drift, that while sand blows off the surfaces, their essential shape remains intact. Something tells me there is enduring infrastructure underneath all that sand. Next, we come to Abu Dhabi, one of the 7 emirates that comprise the United Arab Emirates, or UAE. Its capital, Abu Dhabi, is also the capital of the UAE. This is what Abu Dhabi looks like from above. I find all the channels to be noteworthy because the ancient advanced civilization was a canal-building civilization. And here is a view of it from the water, with a nice rectangular beachhead and a nicely shaped harbor. This is the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi and its elegant and sophisticated design features. The date for construction is given as 1996. I am comparing it with the Taj Mahal in Agra, India, because they have the same style domes. Yet the Taj Mahal was built in the mid-1600s as a mausoleum, according to the historical narrative we have been given. The sophistication and striking similarities of these two monumental works of architecture raised some real questions in my mind about how they were built, both then and now. The next location the alignment crosses is Dubai, another emirate, and the largest city in the United Arab Emirates. You can tell just by looking at this map of the city that this is a unique place in the world. Dubai is one of the world's global cities, which means it is a city which is a primary node in the global economic network with a focus on financial power and high technology infrastructure. This is the Dubai Museum. It is said to be the oldest existing building in Dubai and built in 1787. Its architectural style is reminiscent of buildings I have seen in African countries. Shown here first is the Great Mosque of Jami in Mali. Jami is said to be the oldest known city in sub-Saharan Africa. And this is the Facilities Palace in Gondar, Ethiopia. It was built by the Solomonic Ethiopian Emperor Fasilides in the 1600s and subsequently became the home of Ethiopia's emperors. This is an aerial view of Dubai's old town, the Bur Dubai. Here are more photos of the architecture and canal system of Old Town Dubai. I will end this video here, and in the next video we'll pick up the alignment as it goes across the Strait of Hormuz into Iran.